We are very privileged to have with us our esteemed theme keynote speaker, Dr. Bhaskar Ghosh, Chief Strategy Officer, Accenture. But before I call him onto the dais, let me speak a few words to introduce him before you, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Bhaskar Ghosh is Accenture's Chief Strategy Officer, responsible for the company's strategy and investments, including ventures and acquisitions. He also oversees the development of all assets and offerings across Accenture's services. In addition, Mr. Bhaskar is the managing sponsor for Accenture's Responsible Business and Sustainability Services and Industry X business, which includes digital manufacturing and intelligent products and platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands together to welcome our theme keynote speaker, Dr. Bhaskar Ghosh.
Good morning. So let us start this session. It's not very easy to talk after Dr. Mishalkar. But as I said earlier, that listen, learn and lead. I think last 1 hour, I have learned a lot. Thank you, Dr. Mishalkar. It was an inspiring session. So next 20 minutes, I'm going to cover the dawn of a new era, the new technology disruption, what it means to us, what it means to me, what it means to all of you. So let's start with the theme of this session, leading with the purpose. Purpose to me is the North Star, which gives direction in an uncertain time. In today's situation, when the economic uncertainties are there everywhere, where geopolitical uncertainties, along with that, there is a huge technology disruption in front of us. So the purpose is something which helps an individual to navigate. The purpose is something which helps organization to navigate. Technology disruption is not new to us. If we look back last 40 years, I think the three innovation in the technology is really fascinates me. Of course, one is 1980s, the internet, which primarily the connected computers and data across the world. And with that fundamental capability, this whole new paradigm of business and opportunity came in front of us. We all understand that, that is in history. 2007 was another milestone moment, that is launch of iPhone. That is the start of a digital era. And why that is exciting? Internet connected the computers. iPhone connected the people. The whole digital revolution connected the people, whether it is a social media or commerce platform that created whole new model of business, whole new economy and disrupted the world. And today we are in the middle of the third revolution, what I call, is leading with the generative AI. The AI technology is not new. But what is new today we feel that with the power of computing, power of cloud storage, it is now ready for the business. How many of you in the room have used ChatGPT? Raise your hand. See, everybody. So that is the beauty. You know, with my role as a Chief Strategy Officer of Accenture, I meet lots of our clients and CEOs every week. When I talk to them about technology, sometimes I talk to them about quantum computing. I personally believe that technology has got a huge power and value for the industry in the future. But it takes 15 minutes for me to explain how quantum computing can help in their organization in future. But when I talk about now on generative AI, I don't talk. First 15 minutes, they teach me that what ChatGPT can do for their organization. So that is the consumerization has happened, that technology is coming instead of an enterprise to consumer, it is coming from consumer to enterprise. And so the acceptance will be much, much higher. That's what we are expecting. So that is what is the power, and that is what we feel the disruption. But the point is that we have done our research, Accenture Research. In that research, we have surveyed across, multiple executives, hundreds and thousands of senior executives across enterprise. Our findings is the 73% of the world executives feels that they will shift their investment from digital to generative AI. So there is a money on the table, and that is what they are going to invest. 97% of the executive feels that this is the technology will transform their business, transform their industry. So it is real, it is going to happen. There are two problems everybody talks. Number one, is data. Ultimately, ChatGPT or any public LLM, public generative AI system will not be able to help your enterprise. You need your enterprise data, and so data is a challenge, and we need to unlock the data to get the full power of the technology. Second is the talent. That we need the talent, we need the new skill, new talent, new capabilities to take advantage of this technology. What we believe is that when this technology comes, it will touch all enterprise, all of us, life and livelihood. So these are the 5 aspects all of you need to think in your context, in your job, in your company, in your country, in every context you need to think how generative AI can help. First is advising. Let's take that. If I feel ill, I go to a doctor. If I feel seriously ill, I go to a doctor. I prefer to go a 20 years experienced doctor than 1 year experienced doctor. Why? Because 20 years experienced doctor has learned, while practicing for last 20 years. So that experience. Generative AI with this technology, it is now possible to digitalize the knowledge of 20 years or 200 years and make that available to 1 year experienced doctor in their fingertip. It can be applicable for banker. Senior banker approves the higher amount of loan than a junior banker. And the difference is the experience, not the qualification. So institutional knowledge and the individual knowledge. That is the fundamental difference. And that can be democratized with this technology in the future. So that will fundamentally change the way we do the business. Second is the create. We need to understand this is the first time that technology can create. It can paint, it can write a poetry, it can write a story, it can write an email, it can paint a picture. All the screens and in my PowerPoints are all generated picture. All are generated picture. It can create movies. So once it is a creative part, then you can imagine how there is a potential to disruption in terms of the industries like marketing, starting from marketing to entertainment industry to creative industries. So that is the creation part of it. Coding, of course, we have talked a lot about that. There are very large IT services industry in India, and generative AI can generate code. I have seen that, and this is real. It generates very large part of code. 60–70% of the coding will be done in the future with this generative AI. Automation. Automation is not a new thing to us. We are doing automation since Industrial Revolution. But the fundamentals of automation is always elimination of repetitive manual job. Repetitive manual job, that is what we automate. But now I can automate jobs which dealing with ambiguity and the decision making. Job of a knowledge worker. That is the fundamental difference which will create the disruption. It will touch our life and livelihood. As I said, I'm not a great cook. But still, sometime I cook. If I have to cook chicken curry, normally I do Google search, chicken curry. You get at least 200 recipes. You try to read, you try to do the recipe, and then finally when you choose what you like, you try to cook, and I see that half of the recipes are not there in my home. Now I am smarter. What I do nowadays, I go to ChatGPT. I said that I want to cook, please prepare recipe for gluten-free, boneless chicken without chili. And these recipes. And it prepares. And I prepared the chicken, it was good. My wife asked, what chicken is this? I said, there is no name, it's a ChatGPT chicken. But it works. So, but the point is, you see the difference, it can create. It is not just giving you the information, it can create the thing. It will impact the education. I don't know whether it's good or bad. Already we hear that all the schools and college kids are using ChatGPT for their homework. The question is, the education system need to handle that, but this technology will be available to them. It will be very difficult to restrict. But on the other side, what I believe, in few years down the line, every individual student will get generative AI-based coach. So it is possible to provide the personalized coach for every student. And that coach's IQ will be more than 200. Already IQ for generative AI 140, they are telling, it will increase every 20, in a few years, it will be more than 200. So the question is, this will be power. But that will also create the difference between haves and have-nots, because everyone will not have access. Those will not have access, that will be different. So that is what we need to think, but it will completely disrupt the education. It will completely disrupt the creative part. As I said, starting from painting to writer, there was a writer strike going on in US, I think 2-3 weeks back, because of this problem. It is possible to write, all the script writing and other thing will change. Our research says that 40% across industry, the work will get impacted. And impacted means 20% will get automated, 20% will get augmented. Augmented means machine and people will work together. And when I say 40% across industry, some industry will be much higher, some industry may be lower. You know, some of the like professional services industry will be at the higher range. But the positive thing is, you know, what I am telling that has got a negative implication. The positive thing is this will create a huge new economy. It will create a lot of new business opportunity. So there are many numbers floating. I have quoted one of the number, 1.3 trillion, what Bloomberg said, but you can find in the internet there are many numbers floating. But the fact is that there are lots of opportunity exist. The way to think that when I talk to our clients, 90% of our clients are telling they are trying to use the technology in their existing work. Like, I'll tell you the example, very simple example what all of us will understand. A lot of our clients has got a customer center, whether in telecom industry or healthcare or bank, they have a large customer center. They are thinking, how do I use the generative AI to reduce the number of agent by half? So everybody is thinking how to use this technology to reduce effort, people. Of course, that will happen, but there are 10% or 20% of the CEOs I am talking, they are thinking how to use this strategically to create more value. I give the same example. They are telling that every time when you make a call to a call center, you will hear that your call is being recorded for a training purpose. And if you have 1,000 agents and they are taking call, you know, so the huge recording happen. After that, there may be some sample study happen on that. But now it is possible to take all those recording, create the transcript, put it in the generative AI. I can tell how to improve the cross-sell, upsell, customer experience by double. And that might help to increase your business. That will help to grow your business double instead of reducing the number of agents to half. So one need to think innovatively with this power of this new, how to create more value for the mankind, how to create value for the community and this business. So, but whole thinking is that this, as any other technology, this technology also comes with a lot of risk. So one need to implement this technology, what we call a responsible AI framework. We know about the fake news in the internet. You know, lots of fake news floats in the internet. We are familiar with that. But now it's a deep fake. That is what generative AI is bringing, which is basically it will bring that audio, video, everything is fake, and that can completely disrupt the election democracy of the large countries, you know, across the globe. So there are risks in this technology. There are risks, this technology is still getting mature. There are problem-related hallucination. There are problem-related IP. There are problem-related, you know, the transparency. So there are issues in that. But the way the investment is happening, we believe this technology will mature and touch all our life and livelihood. Question in front of us, whether we want to lead this market, whether we want to capture this opportunity. This is new for everyone, and India has got the large manpower on the technology. And this is an opportunity for us to lead this industry in terms of coming up with innovative idea, using this technology more to create value. At the end of the day, this will improve the productivity. This will be driven by the profit. Everybody wants to do it because it is a profit. But purpose is something which will help us to balance between the profit and the people. So, as a leader, my request to all of you, lead with the new wave, be a leader and capture the new opportunity, but make sure you balance between the profit and the people. Thank you.